Have you ever felt like you're suddenly alone, like the people you once laughed with, cried with, or leaned on are no longer there? You scroll through your phone and the calls stop coming. The messages are no longer filled with love, just silence. But what if I told you this isn't a punishment? It's preparation, because when God wants to elevate you, He isolates you. He removes the noise, the distractions, the anchors disguised as companions. He knows what lies ahead requires your full attention, your full strength. So don't fight the separation. Embrace it. It's not rejection, it's redirection. Subscribe now and take your first step toward your divine transformation. You're not here by accident. You were led to this message for a reason. There's something stirring in your soul, a calling you can't explain. This message is for those who feel lost, for those wondering why everyone's turning away. Listen, sometimes the greatest blessing God gives you is distance. The farther they go, the clearer the vision becomes. You're being pruned, not punished, cleansed, not cursed. There is purpose in the pain. The people you thought would never leave, left. And that's when you started questioning everything. But you must understand, some people are only meant to be in your life for a season. They're eggs. It was not by mistake. It was by design. God doesn't just see your today. He sees your tomorrow. He sees the storms they would have brought, the limits they would have placed on you, and so, in His mercy, He removed them before they could ruin you. That heartbreak wasn't to destroy you, it was to awaken you. There's a silence that follows separation, and in that silence many start to doubt. But it's in the silence that God speaks the loudest. He separates you so you can finally hear His voice without interference. Friends and family, no matter how loving, can often speak fear into your faith, doubt into your dreams. So God turns down their volume so He can turn up His own. You are not alone. You are in divine alignment, being repositioned for something far greater than you imagined. When Joseph was thrown into the pit by his own brothers, it seemed like betrayal. But in reality, it was the beginning of a journey that led to the palace. Don't despise the pit. It's where God proves that even betrayal is part of His plan. The people who hurt you were not stronger than the God who called you. Their departure didn't delay your destiny. It accelerated it. Every wound they left behind is now a doorway for God's power to flow through. Sometimes your destiny is so big that God must reduce your circle. Not everyone has the strength to carry the weight of your calling. Some would only water down your fire, while others would use your light to cast their own shadows. So He pulls you back, strips away the layers, and makes you walk alone, not to break you, but to build the version of you that can carry the future He's already written. You're in the gym of the Spirit. Every tear is training. Every silence is stretching your faith. God's separation is often disguised as loneliness, but it's actually protection. Not everyone clapping for you loves you. Not every smile is sincere. And some connections are rooted in convenience, not covenant. So when God sees what's hidden, He disconnects you, not to leave you empty, but to make room for the right people, the ones who will lift you, not limit you, the ones who won't compete with your calling, but complement it. Do you know why diamonds are formed deep beneath the earth, under extreme pressure in darkness? Because value requires process. You're not being buried, you're being planted. What you thought was the end is only the beginning. God has hidden you for a season to strengthen you, not shame you. And when you finally emerge, you won't be the same. You'll be wiser, stronger, unshakable. So don't curse the dark. That's where stars are born. The pain of separation often feels unbearable, but what if I told you it's the pain of transformation? Caterpillars don't become butterflies in public. Their metamorphosis happens alone, in silence, inside a cocoon. Your cocoon may look like depression, confusion, or rejection, but something sacred is happening in that hidden place. You're being changed from the inside out. Don't rush it. Let God finish His work. You're not losing yourself. You're becoming who you were born to be. Some of the people you miss are the very ones God saved you from. You just don't know what He knows. He saw the conversations behind your back, the intentions behind their help, the envy behind their encouragement. So He stepped in. He closed the doors you begged Him to open. He ended the relationships you thought you couldn't live without. Because His love is not just comforting, it's correcting, and sometimes that correction looks like separation. In moments of isolation, God becomes intimate. You begin to see what you were blind to before. You notice your own strength, your gifts, your untapped potential. He silences the crowd so you can discover your own voice. You are not being left behind. You are being called forward. And every time you ask, "Why me?" the answer is simple, because you're chosen. And chosen, people are often called away before they are called up. If God had left certain people in your life, they would have poisoned your promise. Some friendships look loyal, but are rooted in control. Some family ties are really soul ties designed to limit you. So don't be surprised when people walk away. Thank God for it. He is editing your cast for the next season of your life, and not everyone deserves a role in your rise. Be still. Let Him work. Let Him remove, so He can release what's truly meant for you. You were never meant to blend in. That's why separation hurts. It's tearing you away from the crowd you were never called to follow. You are not common. You are called, and with that calling comes a cost. You can't take everyone with you. Abraham had to leave his father's house. Jesus prayed alone in the garden. David was hidden in the fields. All of them faced isolation before elevation. So what you're feeling isn't abandonment, it's alignment. When you finally surrender to God's process, something shifts. You begin to crave purpose over popularity, peace over company, growth over comfort, and that's when the blessings start to flow, because now you're positioned to receive without distraction. Now you see the lesson in the loss, and instead of chasing who left, you start chasing who you're becoming. This is not the end, it's the rebirth, and your next chapter will make sense of every tear in this one.